everyone. This is Christine Thompson with Baird and Warner on the CT team. I'm the lead agent there. And welcome back to my weekly update show to talk about what's happening with the market. I use Naperville as my data, as my foundation here for numbers. But if you are in a different market and you would like this type of information, just DM me, call me, reach out to me through my website. Any of those are fine, and I'd be happy to get back to you. I apologize. I don't have my typical screen on today. I forgot to put my weekly update screen up, so you're going to see me in my office. So I'm going to start sharing the screen with you, and we're going to get right down to it. And let's take a look at the data that I share weekly. The first image that I want to be showing you is the here's my opener here, but you should be seeing, there we go, the first graph. Now, this is from last week that I shared, and it's just a very simple breakdown of what happened in the last 7 days in Naperville. So there were 108 new listings that came on the market, and 88 went under contract. So it's still pretty neck and neck here. But the inventory picked up a little bit last week compared to what's going under contract. That was the week prior. So this week, we're seeing 112 went on the market, but 114 went under contract. So that's a nice, solid market. We're seeing strong activity with the buyers, and sellers are continuing to go out there, but not keeping pace with how many homes that buyers are wanting to purchase. So that's good news for sellers. The next graph here is talking about average days on the market. So for homes that are active on the market, the prior week it was 35 days, and homes that got contracts, they averaged 30 days on the market, and the homes that closed was 45. So obviously homes that closed went on under contract earlier, and the number is decreasing for time on the market to get a contract. So that's fantastic. These homes here, sitting here a little longer than 30 days, that means they may be a little bit overpriced or not offering the best features for the price they're asking. All in the same thing, right? This week, we can see that the average days for actives is 82. It's increased. So sellers out there, I know it's a nice strong market, but don't get too heady and overprice your properties because there is a threshold, and buyers know market values. And homes under contract went to 66 days. So to me, that's indicating sellers are trying the higher price. Thank you for listening to understand that it's a solid market, but don't get too aggressive expecting too much from the buyers, because they are looking at recent comps. This is talking about the average number of showings per listing. And we can see that the 4 prior weeks, we were at over 1 per listing. This last weekend, it was under 1. But let's face it, it was July 4th holiday weekend. This is going to be a skewed number, so I'm not going to get too caught up in this week. Let's see how it shows for next week, and then we'll have a better idea of how things are sustaining, okay? And then I always like to just talk about the interest rates for you buyers that are watching. And of course, you sellers that are watching, it's good to watch that too, because you might, one, become a buyer yourself. And secondly, this kind of indicates, how much, anxiousness there may be with buyers to say, hey, I don't want to miss out on these good rates. We're starting to watch them creep. So this is last week. I'm not going to point out all of these. It's just too much. But you can always go to YouTube later and watch my video and screen stop, and you can look at all these numbers later. But I just like to point out the fixed 30-year fixed rate. This is a conventional loan. A week ago, it was quoted at 3.3 for just the interest rate, and I'm not going to get into the APR. And the FHA was 3.15. So let's see what this week is. Okay, so conventional went down to 3.25. That's good. And the FHA is at 3.21. I think I'm going to go backtrack. That went up a little bit. So FHA went up a little bit by 0.06, I believe. And the 30-year fixed rate went down by 0.25. That's a lot. So good rates continue. Be sure to take advantage of them, all you buyers out there. I won't talk about back in the 80s when my mom was practicing and the rates were like at 15%. Yikes, right? That's 5 times the amount almost. So this is really, really good. Take advantage of it while you can. You never know when it's going to end. So I'd like to just take a step back and look at, this is nationally, okay? This is a chart by the National Association of Realtors, and it talks about just showing what the history was for pending home sales since January 2019. You know, the 100 mark is considered a healthy level. Obviously, we can see, you know, 2019 was a good year, and then COVID hit, and we had a major drop. We're not, you know, we're not dumb to this. We're all aware that home sales definitely did drop during this period. But as the experts predicted, and I talked about this probably a month or so ago, that they were predicting a V curve. And look at that, there's the V curve. And they did say in April, expect for a rebound. So when I'm quoting experts, I am going to the right sources, people. Feel confident you can rely on the information I'm giving you, that if I'm listening to the industry experts and they're making some predictions and I'm sharing that with you, it's pretty reliable. I mean, no one's going to say we have a crystal ball and can guarantee anything, but they've been pretty consistent. The resources I'm using, I'm predicting what to plan going forward. And this is exactly what they predicted, and we're seeing it right now. There's a major rebound. You can see 44.3% increase of contracts on home. That's amazing. You know, Great Depression, it took 12 years, okay? And we're seeing a huge V curve right here. I don't have other charts here, but, you know, talking to my husband, he was just commenting about news that he's been reading, that the economy is definitely picking up. Things are going well for businesses, they're getting more business, so things are positive. So keep hope, keep your mask on if you feel like you need to. Be safe still. I mean, I think that's a great thing. Always, as the cliche goes, better safe than sorry. And I just hope that you are all just watching the show and sharing it with people so that way they can get familiar with, you know, really what's happening out there, rather than just guessing and making assumptions and reading headlines on tabloids. Okay, those are not reliable. Better to go to the professionals. I'm listening to the real experts out there, and I'm giving you reliable information. If you have questions, give me a call at 630-853-2370. I'm going to say it again because I apologize. I don't have it on the screen, and I know, whatever, I'm human. So again, the cell phone number, 630-853-2370. You can find me on my website. I have 2 different URLs. One is christinethompson.bairdwarner.com. That's my brokerage. Or you can just search christinemoveshomes.com. Either way, you'll find me. You can DM me, you can email me, you can get my phone number from there, give me a call, or even a private text. I'm fine with that. And I would love to be able to help you out or provide you more information about a specific market that you are looking at. Okay? Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week, and be sure to share and like this weekly show. You take care and have a safe and wonderful week. Bye-bye.